You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in. I'm gonna bash them right the fuck in.
Welcome to
Hello, and be prepared to say hello to goodbye. Welcome to Drag Me Under. This is your host, Ghoul, and with my boy, as always, Shield. How's it going, Shield?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing good. I got a little paranoid today. I opened my fucking door, and when I go to work, guess what's in the fucking door? A fucking rat.
A rat?
A fucking rat. I thought it was my neighbor's dog, but just a fucking rat, so I had to fucking kick that fucker out of here. And that kind of ruined my day, but we're here at the studio now, which is a parking lot of Arby's. But we got a lot of news today. I got a lot of shit to talk about, a lot of crazy shit going on around the world. Recently, a lot of shit, right?
There's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk a lot of topics today and just have fun, see where the fuck this goes. You want me to start off, or should you start off?
Well, give me a little teaser. What are we talking about today?
Okay, I'm talking more paranormal stuff. Guess what happened? Last year, I stabbed a vampire, beat a zombie, and killed the devil himself.
What?
Yeah, crazy. Then my wife comes in and says, "You're supposed to give them candy, not fucking kill them." That was one hell of a Halloween, dude.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
But today I'm going to be talking about two stories, and if I have time, I'll talk about the third story. But they're all spooky and just haunting. I'm talking about headless vampires, black magic babies, and maybe, if we have time, ghost hunting some fresh bodies. So let's get into it.
Some headless vampires. Sounds amazing.
Not if you're the vampire.
That's true.
But yeah, I'm gonna fill your belly with the paranormal today. So
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
get ready to be dragged down.
Bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum.
Okay, so today's first story. Early in June of this year, 2023, a bone-chilling mass graveyard containing headless skeletons and anti-vampire items were unearthed in northern Poland during road construction.
Okay.
Have you heard that news?
No, I have not.
Ah, it's crazy, man. So workers in the Kashibuyan, I know I said that wrong, but Kashibuyan village of Lozino stumbled upon a burial ground while working on the street by an 18th century church. So they found this mass burial ground by a church.
It's an old church, so I mean, it's an old street, so it has to be stuff buried down there that you don't know about.
Yeah, so you're thinking maybe they found like a body here and there, right? One, two, buckle a few.
3, 4, buckle some more. 5, 6, Nike kicks. Ooh, that is so fire.
But nah, they found as many as 450 bodies.
And it wasn't a gravesite previously? Did anybody know that?
It was just a mass gravesite. A mass gravesite. They just threw all the bodies at one place. Apparently, they were buried, unburied, and reburied.
What?
Yeah. Experts believe that this was cause of a superstitious phenomenon that happened back then. A theory that you have to cut the heads of the dead so they don't come back as vampires and end the vampire curse.
So it was like a tradition to do
Yeah,
that?
yeah, it's a tradition like in I think it's like southeastern Asia. They dig up their dead out of the corpse, out of the casket,
Right.
and clothe them. So they put them back in.
What?
Yeah. So these guys in Poland, they rebury their
Loved ones?
their loved ones, and they cut off their heads so they don't come back as vampires.
I
And
guess.
yeah, and they just throw them back in. Several of the deceased have a skull between their legs and a coin in their mouth, a sign of an anti-vampire rituals common in the 19th century. So like, yeah, a few hundred, 200 years ago, this was going on.
Putting coins in their mouth.
Yeah, it was believed that if a member of the deceased family was dying shortly after the funeral, he or she could be a vampire. Therefore, after the burial, the grave was dug up and the deceased head was cut off, which then was placed between the legs.
Okay. I mean, that's a little extreme, but I mean, I get it.
I mean, at least they were dead. Imagine like they were still alive.
Yeah, that would be really messed up.
Yeah, sorry, Grandpa, I'm gonna cut off your head just in case you don't come back and molest me again.
Yeah. Double tap that for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely, dude. So, according to the Polish site namorski24.pl, lead archaeologist Maciej Stormski told the Post that 20 to 30% of the recently discovered bodies had bricks next to them, next to the heads, arms, and legs. And a coin was placed in each mouth, with one dating back all the way to 1846. The coin apparently sealed in the person's soul and gave them currency to travel into the afterlife.
That's actually pretty cool. Like really dope.
It does sound like really cool. I'm gonna tell my kids when I die, put a Chuck E. Cheese token in my mouth.
Vintage.
Oh yeah, old school man. They're gonna be like, what the fuck's a Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
They don't even give out tokens anymore. Did you know
Oh,
that?
I didn't know that.
No, I guess they give out like cards, like
Oh, like round one?
yeah, like reloadable
Yeah,
cards.
makes sense.
I don't like it. Like I prefer the coins.
Yeah, you could throw them at people.
Yeah, that smell, that copper in your hands. They also said that they discovered an example of a woman after decapitation. The skull of a child was laid on her bosom,
On their bosom.
on her bosom. So she had her dead baby in between her legs.
Uh-huh.
Kind of fucked up.
It is fucked up.
Yeah. First news reports that the church was built at the beginning of the 18th century and expanded after 1945.
Oh, what the heck? That's a long period of time.
Yeah, but you think about it, it wasn't that long ago. It could have
No,
been.
for now, yeah, it's less than 100 years.
At some point, its old graves were liquidated and large quantities of the bones were deposited in Osiris. But yeah, indeed, the vampire graveyard full of decapitated skeletons and skeletons with coins in their mouth is part of a larger anti-vampire tradition reflected in Polish literature, folk tales, and earlier archaeological research.
So they wrote this stuff down. So that's how we're reading it.
Yeah, they had this stuff in the files, and it was really common apparently in Poland.
That's tradition that I mean I can get behind it. It is something like memorable.
So, like, where did these vampiric customs actually come from? You may ask yourself. According to ancient origins, many cultures conflicted people suffering from tuberculosis. They confused the people with tuberculosis with vampires. So,
That
yeah,
makes sense. They're very ill.
yeah, because the sick were often pale and thin and coughed up blood, they thought they had the vampire's curse.
I mean, yeah, the blood does kind of make it kind of convincing, but they're just dying.
But don't vampires drink blood instead of vomit blood?
That's true.
So,
They're wasting it.
but every country, every region is different. They have their own legends and their own traditions. Ancient origins report that vampires were thought to be more like zombies up in Poland.
Really?
Yeah, they thought the corpse will come back to life, and instead of like being super fast and like flying, they're like be zombie like.
And they still want to bite you though, right?
I assume so, but don't zombies? Can't zombies move without their heads?
Some. Actually, no. Wait, what zombies has their head cut off and they're still moving around? I mean, not in The Walking Dead,
I've never seen.
not in DayZ.
I'm a huge horror fan, but I don't really watch zombie stuff. I've never seen The Walking Dead.
What? Yeah, that's something I've even seen. But
Yeah,
then again, that's not very much. I kind
yeah.
of quit like 6 seasons in.
I heard like the last seasons are just trash, like horrible.
Once they killed Glenn, and everybody knows when they killed Glenn was a bad thing. And it's one of my favorite characters, and they just killed him off horribly. And yeah, I didn't want to watch it no more.
I don't really care, so
Yeah,
fuck,
sorry.
fuck Glenn. So these vampire legends date back to at least the 11th century. Sometimes the living would decapitate suspected vampires, like in the Polish vampire graveyards, but sometimes they go a step further. To ensure that the vampire didn't rise from its grave, they hammer a metal rod straight through the deceased's skull.
Okay.
Grab an iron rod and just dun 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 hammer that bad boy in, so he can't come back. Like there's no way.
That's super extreme.
So that's like double tapping, triple tapping.
Triple tapping.
Yeah, dude, vampires are worldwide. I guess like each country, each region has their own story about vampires, and it's cool because they're all different.
Right.
And one time I went out with a vampire chick.
Oh, did you now?
Hey, yeah, but she dumped me.
Of course.
I guess I wasn't her type.
Oh.
But boom.
No.
But yeah, that's the story I got about these vampires. I was gonna talk about the Las Vegas aliens, but I see it everywhere. I see it everywhere. Everybody knows what pretty much happened. And then we got the submarine
Yeah, I
getting
kind of want to
lost.
talk about that one. That one seems a little
You,
crazy to me.
well, before you get into it,
Okay,
I have a conspiracy theory.
what's up?
The submarine was a cover up.
Cover up for what?
The aliens, Las Vegas aliens, because as soon as the aliens got out, a few days later we got the submarine, and everybody forgot about the fucking Las Vegas aliens.
Right, right, right.
They're still out there in Vegas. I bet they're still right there in the fucking strip.
Are you talking about the one with the family
Yeah,
that
with
caught it in the backyard
yeah
and
the Spanish family,
yeah, the
and
Spanish
then the
family?
cops came in.
Yeah.
They believed them.
Okay.
Did you hear what the cops said at the end?
No.
Once they got to the house and they were talking to the people who called them, and like, yeah, we believe you because we saw a light at the same time you guys called us. And if you see that alien, that 10-footer, whatever it was, don't call us again.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said you deal with
yeah,
that.
you shoot that thing. I ain't fucking coming back. I don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah, that one video where they're showing them across the fence line, they're going through their fence and they're like pointing at their cars and like I think there was like a farm truck or something.
Yeah, it was a forklift.
Oh, forklift. Yeah, I seen an like heightened video of it, like where they like showed what's going on back there, and there clearly was something between the forklift and the truck.
You saw something?
Yeah.
I've watched that video so many times. I can't see shit.
Well, because obviously it's not gonna make you be able to see it clear as day, but it looked fuzzy with like one eye. It was really weird. Like if you believe, you'll believe it, but if you want,
One eye.
yeah,
Did it have an eye patch?
I mean,
Was it a
maybe,
pirate alien?
or it just didn't show up in the video.
Well, I heard like the Pentagon never released like an official statement, and like right after the police left, I heard like a lot of black SUVs and government officials swarmed the area.
That would make sense.
Yeah, and supposedly, some guy who has a family member working for the Las Vegas police asked about the case, and he responded by saying that the detective of the police said that the body cameras of the police were wiped out by the FBI, and they were told not to talk about it.
What? So they had some sort of evidence and well, I don't even think if it was evidence, but they just didn't want anybody to know anything anymore, pretty much.
Yeah, because we all seen the body cam footage of this thing falling from the sky,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure everything. Probably they saw more stuff, but they said it got all wiped out.
Yeah, probably when they went back to look at it, they didn't see it in their face, but when they looked back on the camera, they probably did see stuff on there that were like, "Ooh, that's a little too much."
Yeah, maybe, yeah. It would have been awesome to see though.
I mean,
But I'm pretty sure if they caught footage of it, everybody on the internet's gonna be like, "Oh, that's fake."
it's really hard to determine whether it's real or not. It's that's that fucking thin line.
I show videos of my wife about these aliens and like creatures caught on tape. She's like, "Oh, that's so fake." I'm like, "I want to believe. Let me believe
I
it's real,
know.
because you never know."
Yeah, you never know.
I saw that rat. That could have been the fucking could have been a little troll, man.
It could have been a shapeshifter.
It could have been a Wendigo,
There
a
you go.
baby Wendigo.
Yeah.
But I think that story got covered up by the submarine, out there at the Titanic.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strong possibility because there's a little bit of a secret also between that Ocean Gate tragedy, which is just what they're called. The company was called Ocean Gate, the submarine.
Ocean Gate,
Yeah,
like Heaven's Gate.
yeah. Well, they're in heaven now.
You think so? My
I'm
boy,
hoping.
they're still down there with the victims of the Titanic.
No, did you not hear that it imploded?
Yeah, it imploded like what, like less than 200 feet away from the Titanic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're chilling down there, man. They're dead, but they're chilling down there.
Oh yeah, they're with the rest of the other souls.
I heard a conspiracy about the Titanic.
What?
Uh, it's crazy because I heard it before, and they claim that the Titanic that sunk wasn't the Titanic. That ship wasn't actually the Titanic.
Was it a different
It
Titanic?
was switched with one of its sister ships. The Olympic.
What?
Yeah, the Olympic. Apparently, this company had these two ships, the Titanic and the Olympic.
Hmm.
And the Titanic was old. I mean, the Olympic was old and rusty. It was like outdated, and they couldn't get no money out with it. They couldn't do anything because it's just sitting there.
As a lost
Yeah,
cause.
it's a lost cause. So conspiracies say that they switched the names of the ships. The Titanic was originally the Olympic.
So they were pulling a fraud thing.
Yeah, and they said that it had like some marks on the side,
Mm.
and people were like, "Why does it have marks? You know, it's a brand new ship. It shouldn't have any rust marks or anything." And I guess like some survivors supposedly when the ship hit the iceberg, supposedly they heard like bombs. It's like something exploding.
So it was intentional.
Yeah, all for insurance money.
Yeah, insurance
So
fraud.
I can totally believe it.
I can believe that too, and that makes sense. And then you also heard about the federal bank people that were on the ship with him.
Uh, I do, but pretend I don't.
Okay. Well, there was three federal bank like head honchos
Right.
that like stopped the government from being able to do whatever they want with their money. And they said that they intentionally had them on that ship on purpose just so they can murder them off and then the government can take claim to all those federal bank reserve money. So then we can move on with their government's currency.
It's always the government, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be the government for that reason for money, or the freaking ship just wanted to get money.
Oh, that's fucked up. Yeah, I could believe that. I could believe any conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Well, right now I wanted to talk a little bit about the conspiracy theory about Antarctica.
Antarctica?
Yeah, because like there's so many things that go on in Antarctica that we don't even know about because we're technically not allowed to be there.
Yeah, isn't there like a global agreement that no one can trespass there?
Yeah, it's a treaty.
It's a treaty.
Yeah, that apparently all of us in this world have agreed to not take over a piece of land. Like, when has that ever been shown?
I don't remember getting that in my mail.
Yeah, it's crazy that like we are all conquerors. Every country has to conquer something, right? And
Get
this,
that big dick energy.
yeah, seriously, big dig energy what forces a lot of these wars,
Uh-huh.
and yet nobody wants this one. We all agreed that we don't want it. Why? It's crazy. There's a lot of theories behind it.
Because it's cold.
It's cold,
That's
but
my
is
first.
it? Wait, is it cold
That's
though?
my first theory.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Some people don't think it is
So it's
cold.
hot ice.
Hot ice or hot layer of ice.
Hmm.
All right. Well, one of the theories and the most popular theory is aliens and UFOs being there
At Antarctica?
in Antarctica.
Okay. I've heard theories. You ever seen Alien vs Predator?
Just a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a coincidence because they go to Antarctica because they found a hole, and that hole leads to a temple, like an Aztec temple.
Right.
It turns out, like, oh, before here there used to be aliens, there used to be tribes, there used to be people, civilization, and all of a sudden it's all closed off.
Yeah, it's funny. Like Hollywood likes to tell us secrets all the time.
Yeah, because honestly, it resembles a lot to this conspiracy theories and the movie. Like you said, I feel like there's like hidden messages all the time,
Yeah,
no
for
matter how
sure.
stupid it sounds.
Yeah.
Like I just did, but like, go on.
So there's this guy named Scott Warning. He's an alien hunter. So his pretty much his job and his job title, he likes to go search for anything alien related.
I like that title.
So he discovered a 40-meter disc. Claims that it was a proof of an extraterrestrial life. So it's just big land. Like obviously when you go to Antarctica or you see Antarctica, what we know of Antarctica
Right.
is just straight white
Yeah,
ice
it's just
blocks.
it's just a huge desert.
Yeah, the white desert. And there's this big chunk, like a heart-shaped chunk, blown out of it, and it's just water now. And inside that blown out chunk is like a sphere, and you can see it on Google Earth.
Really?
Yeah, like it's right here. This is just a big heart-shaped, like exposed
Oh
chunk
wow.
out of the Antarctica. Like it just makes no sense. It should be all white. It's all dense
And
ice.
that hole must be huge.
Yeah, and there's just giant spear on it. If you guys want to see it, just look up Scott Warning.
Looks like Earth's glory hole.
Scott has always had this conspiracy theory, and he has been long claiming that Antarctica is a home to an advanced civilization, alien civilization, And according to these theories, the general public has been limited to no access to Antarctica due to the extraterrestrial presence in this icy land. And now adding up the heat, these bizarre theories, popular alien hunter Scott has always claimed that there's always been multiple sightings of them. But he's usually only using Google Earth to go look because obviously you can't go there.
But I mean, Google's going to show you what they want to show you, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to show you like Area 51. They're not going to show you Area 52. They're not going to show you the secrets of the Earth.
No, but it's funny because a lot of people like to use Google Earth just to make these theories, and it happens a lot. Like throughout all these ones I'm gonna make an example of, there's nothing else they can do, right? Nobody can fly there unless you have strict permission.
Unless you work for the government, it's like impossible to go out there. And I heard people who do go out there to explore and investigate, like scientists and stuff, they just go to like the border of the Antarctica. They don't go like deeper.
Yeah. It's definitely like a limitation to it. But Scott claims that it's a real deal, real proof of evidence, and he fears that the government will come and retrieve it from him. Even though he's already posted online, but then again, they can just sponge that too. But the evidence has been very convincing, and this image shows that there's something there in Antarctica. But what gets me thinking that it's a very deserted area and no one can get there. It's a perfect hiding spot for aliens, and no person can wander past it or hide near it or even sail near it. So if an alien chose to go live there or hide there, it would be a perfect spot.
Yeah, because who's gonna bother you out there?
No, nobody.
I mean, just the penguins, some
yeah.
polar bears.
Emperor penguins. With the new discovery, Scott urged the U.S. President, Donald Trump at the time, to make Scott the head of NASA.
So this guy said, "Trump, make me the head of NASA,"
just because he found this image.
That's some ballsy moves.
Yeah, but it's not the first time that he's made like these outrageous claims. He also said that he found this thin bone-like structure on Mars.
He found it?
Yeah.
He went to Mars?
He didn't go to Mars, but you know how they have a little rover shit that's always moving around? So he just sits there and stares at the screen.
So he just saw a stick and said it's a bone.
Yeah. So he's just making these outrageous claims, but the government and everybody who is skeptical of it just thinks he's making these classic cases of pareidolia. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Never heard of it.
It's basically, pareidolia is a psychological phenomenon that causes people to see patterns in random stimulus, which is like leading people to assume human characteristics in objects.
Like looking at the clouds?
Yeah, like you see something in the cloud.
Or look at like a drywall and you see like faces.
Yup, exactly. That is exactly it.
Never heard of it.
Everybody does it. It's like no matter what, when we're bored, we just look at something, zone out, and then we're making images.
Like I'm looking at my lamp right now, and it pretty much looks like a nipple.
It actually does.
Is that what you just said?
Yep.
Does that count?
Yep. Pareidolia.
That's a nice nipple.
Well, Scott wouldn't be the first to make claims, and Google Earth images have shown, and there's another guy who claimed that he saw a 20-meter tall figure in Antarctica, solely just based off of a Google image. And off that Google image, he also claimed that there was a 7-foot, like away from that tall figure, that there was 7 feet away, there was like a door that he thinks that whatever that creature went into.
The emergency exit?
Yeah, I guess. Like,
okay.
Well, I mean, aliens could be spotted there. And I've heard another story of like, I mean, it's not too into detail, but this scientist that was told to go to Antarctica by the government, and he was just supposed to go check out this mine shaft.
Right.
And the government basically told him, yeah, you can go, but we need you to have a military, like special forces to go with you. And he was like, why? Like, I'm just going to go collect this material. Well, like, no, we need to have like special forces and up to like 15 special forces unit, like full out, like they know everything, combat people.
So this guy had his own SWAT team, his own bodyguards, his own clique.
Yeah, and he asked, why do I need this? Well, it's, I guess back in the day, whenever they were looking or like going through this mine shaft to harvest this material, they didn't even explain what material it was, but they said they dug too far into a mountain, and inside that mountain they found the hub of a flying saucer alien civilization.
The hub? They found a whole civilization in there?
Yeah, in a mountain.
Oh, way to come into a house without knocking, huh?
Seriously.
They just barged right open.
So I guess that guy would be afraid to go, but I mean, I don't know if he went or not, but
So
he was
there's
just
no
telling the story.
there's no follow up.
No, there was no follow up, and it was old.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like more recent, but
Mm-mm.
like imagine with like the technology we have right now. I mean, there could be like a lot of hardcore evidence if we keep on going out there, but pretty much impossible.
Well, as for the alien theory, there's multiple other theories, like the Hollow Earth theory.
I've heard about that one.
And what do you know about it?
Put me on the spot.
Yeah,
Hollow Earth.
there's a hole in it, right?
Yeah, it's
That's as much.
hollow.
That's what
Yeah.
everybody thinks. It's just a hole.
Yeah, but I've done some research, and if it's like a whole another world down there, and supposedly they explain like, oh yeah, all these cryptid sightings, they're on the Hollow Earth. All these aliens, they go to the Hollow Earth, and it's like you would think it's just like dirt and rocks and more dirt, but supposedly it's like green and like sunshine and rainbows and
Like
Smurfs.
it has its own little environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Its own ecosystem.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That people claim that there's this own ecosystem underground, and the hub of where you need to enter is in Antarctica, and they don't want us to go. And it's kind of like the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth with Brendan Fraser.
Never seen it.
But basically, it's just him going down a freaking a cave and seeing dinosaurs and everything down there. Which, I mean, is it possible? Who knows? I mean, it could be. But these claims are pretty, like, outrageous because they're also saying that there is a miniature sun in there. Somehow.
There's
There's
a sun.
a sun inside our Earth.
Okay.
A miniature sun. And that there's claims of multiple entrances from Antarctica who made these claims have been written down in a lost journal or slash diary by some explorer named Admiral Rich Byrd. Richard was an American naval officer, explorer, and then he received Naval Cross second highest honor of valor from the United States. He was a pioneer aviator, polar explorer,
Ah,
and organizer of polar logistics. Basically, if you need to go there, he's the guy to go there.
he's the guy that can take you. He's the adventurer.
Yeah, and that's the main person.
Adventure.
And that he was so good at his job that the United States promoted him to admiral when he was only 41 years old, and that was the youngest at the time, like at all.
He was a baby.
Yeah, so he knew what he was doing. So these records of him saying that he knows where the entrances are, that he's seen the small miniature sun, and that there's an own ecosystem, and it's all in that big old area that nobody explores.
Dude, what was this guy smoking?
You're right.
Swear to God, man, there's a little hole. There's little small people. There's aliens. I saw a fucking dinosaur, dude. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
Ah,
it's far-fetched.
that's fucking crazy. Promote that guy.
I mean, they probably just believed him because they're not gonna go over there.
Like, God, like, no, you're fucking lying. Go check it out. It's kind of cold outside, man. I don't know. Should we take his word? Yeah, just give him a badge and make him captain of something.
Right. But a lot of people also are saying that this so-called secret diary isn't so technically lost because apparently you can buy it on Amazon right now.
You can buy his diary?
Yeah,
That's the
right now, the whole book, the theory, and basically every elaborate hoax about it. Because obviously they're just assuming that somebody just used his name because it was a long time ago.
Right.
And wrote this fake diary.
So you got to profit from a diary.
Yeah,
I-
pretty much.
I wanna sell my diary. You know how many dirty jokes and dirty experiences I got on that?
And we will make that into a podcast.
And this guy's getting paid for it? And if I read it, I'll get ashamed. I'll get backlash.
Why?
You don't want to know why. You got to pay for it now.
I'll pay for it. As for that theory, that one's a little more of the far-fetched. I mean, I would love for it to be a hollow earth theory, but
Impossible, dude.
yeah. And then this one is the ice wall theory. That the theory that the earth is flat and that the whole world, our flat world, is blocked by ice.
Are you a flat earther?
No,
Nah.
not at all.
So they believe that the world is being blocked by a border of ice.
Yeah, so like
Impossible.
literally, so we don't fall off of the earth. It's because of this ice wall.
Someone would have jumped it by now if that was a wall.
Well, honestly, they wouldn't because in this theory, it also includes that there's a dome over us, like we're caged in. So the ice wall, and then behind that is a dome.
We can still get over it, man. I know my people. Have you seen the Mexicans when they try to get here to the U.S.?
Oh yes, I've
They
seen
do
them.
everything, my boy. I know. I'll tell my dad. See how he would handle this situation. Okay, mijito, you're gonna dig a hole, mijito, underground. We'll find a way. It's like the Simpsons episode, the Simpsons movie, pretty much.
What, they did that?
The movie, yeah, they're domed in.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. Even Professor Nick dies. You know Professor Nick?
Yeah.
It's like, hi, everybody.
Yeah.
And the dome crashes on him, and he says, goodbye, everybody.
I gotta check that out.
We're a flat Earth, and there's a wall of ice, and then there's a dome.
That covers us so we don't lose our atmosphere or whatever.
So we're like someone's pets.
In other words, yes.
We're like a fish tank, and they're just watching us.
Yeah, it's a very, very far-fetched one.
Or we're like a snow globe, pretty much, right? One of those snow globes you shake.
Yeah, pretty much. But in the sense, like, you're like thinking like, oh, why don't we just go to the ice wall, jump it like you said? But apparently, they're covered by all of our governments since we have this treaty, right? So all of the government are on the same page of making sure they have like shooters and shit. So if you even try to go up to the wall, they'll shoot you.
That's a big no-no.
Yeah, so if we wanted to go look, we can't.
Okay, all right.
Another theory is that Antarctica is actually Atlantis,
Antarctica is Atlantis.
Yeah.
The lost city.
the lost city of Atlantis.
Hmm.
They're saying that crystal displacement, basically saying that like a large wave or a body of water pushed Atlantis into Antarctica and forever to be there and hidden away due to its vast technology.
Interesting.
And the biggest evidence on is a map from a Turkish admiral, Pierre Rees, from 1513, showing civilization in Antarctica.
500 years ago, there was civilization in Antarctica, and this guy wrote it.
He like put it on a map, basically.
Did he go there?
Yeah, he's an explorer. He explored the area, and he literally like put, as you can see right here, he put like cows and animals and caves and
Where's Antarctica?
at the bottom of the earth.
Oh, that's
This is
Antarctica.
Earth.
Okay, that's Antarctica.
Yeah, this is the vast land.
Man, I mean, look at Christopher Columbus. He thought America was India.
That would
So he was confused. So you know why that's why they're called Indians? Because he thought we were India, so the people who were here were Indians.
yeah, I heard that before.
So I'm just saying this guy could have landed somewhere else
And
and
he
just
took it for something.
yeah.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, it is a theory.
Was he drunk driving?
Drunk boats,
Drunk,
sailing.
Drunk sailing. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. To me, that one seems pretty like crazy because I mean, like you said, he could have went to the wrong land and not known.
Yeah.
But if he did, and that map shows that there was something there, that's pretty convincing.
It is, but I need to see a selfie of this.
No.
If not, I'm not gonna believe it. Or bring me a keychain from Atlantis. That's how you know he went to Atlantis.
Isn't there in Georgia? Isn't there a place called Atlantis?
Atlantic City.
Atlantic City. There you go.
I'll take it.
Yeah, there you go. We'll
Yeah,
just get you one of those.
That's enough proof.
From that theory to pyramids in Antarctica, that one they really don't say much about because it's another pareidolia, which that's you making things up in your mind. It's a Google search. People are just seeing pyramids in Google Earth.
See like a rock formation, and you just assume it's a pyramid or
yeah.
a sphinx.
Yeah, but
I've seen those images, and I can believe maybe like hundreds of years ago, the Antarctica was Greenland. And they say there's like a theory that, well, I think it's actually real that there's a lot of like germs, like prehistoric germs and bacteria in the ice. And if global warming gets to the point where it starts melting all the Antarctic, these germs and bacteria could be exposed, and we're not we don't know these bacteria anymore. We don't know these germs, and it could cause like a huge mass pandemic.
yeah, worse than what we just faced with COVID.
Boy, that was nothing.
Oh yeah, that was a low grade like tragedy.
Yeah, my day was the Black Plague,
Oh,
or
yeah?
or the Spanish flu, a few like less than 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Or I was living in Mexico when the H1N1 virus came out. Do you remember that one?
Is that the mad cow one?
No, it was like the dengue H1N1, and they did like a lockdown we skipped school for 2 weeks. We couldn't go to the stadiums to see the games. Apparently, it was just in Mexico, and a lot of people were pretty much bashing on the Mexicans for creating another epidemic.
What?
Yeah, but it only lasted like a month. And you know what's the worst part?
Hmm.
I had to go to summer school because we didn't go to school for 1 month.
Wow.
Yeah, so fuck me.
Man, you got screwed over.
Yep, but that was my trip in Mexico.
So yeah, as for the pyramids, I mean, that's a cool theory if there were more pyramids there, because I mean, they're pretty fascinating pyramids, but
Influenza. It was called influenza virus.
oh yeah, okay, I
Yeah,
know
that's
that
what it
one.
was. Yeah,
Yeah,
good times. So I survived one epidemic and one pandemic.
there you go.
Scoreboard.
Seriously,
Scoreboard.
a little badge on your shoulder.
You want to touch it?
Mm, no.
What about the shoulder?
Okay, that works. All right, so after the pyramid theory, there's the megalodon theory.
The shark?
Yeah, the shark. They're saying that megalodon was basically using Antarctica as a hunting ground. That's why they want people to go there.
Okay.
And that what made these theorists think that one was so plausible is because of the Mariana Trench. The trench was basically showing, the camera. Have you seen the camera feed of it down there?
Wasn't it like a photo from NASA?
No, I don't know if it may have been from NASA. I'm not sure, but it was just a video feed all the way down at the bottom, and I know it's
Oh,
very
okay,
far.
okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, go
And there
on.
was that cage of food that they had put in front of it, and then this giant shark went past it.
Yeah,
So people are starting to say, "Oh, if it's still alive, then definitely the Antarctica is the
I
hunting ground."
I do believe that there's a bigger fish out there, like a big ass shark, because I was confusing what you just said right now with this one Mariana Trench thing.
Yeah.
It was about like a voice recording,
Oh, what?
audio recording. Yeah, like they were out there and they heard like this loud noise. They say it was huge. This noise was so loud, and some people believe that maybe like a piece of an iceberg slipped into the ocean or like tectonic plates or I don't know.
Something
Yeah,
scratched the surface
yeah,
of the floor.
but they received images from NASA that exact moment that happened, and they see a huge shadow in the water. The shadow was bigger than the Empire State Building.
What?
It was that big,
Damn,
so,
that's incredible.
and that big ass thing made that big ass noise, and they never knew what it was.
What? That's
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
and I've seen like photos of like blue whales with a big chunk of their body chop bitten off.
Oh, wow.
So I say, what could have done this? They don't know what could have done it, but there's something big.
There has to be. I mean, there's been more videos like recently that have been popping up of like, how they have those drones that go underwater now?
They have drones underwater.
Yeah, they have drones that go underwater now.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a video of like in the distance you can see something massive, like swimming right by it, like with no like ease, like super huge.
And then they didn't get a better picture of it.
No, because it was in the distance,
Oh,
and
okay.
obviously you can't see far because once you get down that far, just whatever that light is showing,
Oh,
that's
that's
it.
right. It's dark.
It's dark.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's what they think for that theory is megalodons are using it as a hunting ground, so we can't go over there.
Yeah, my wife thinks that maybe some big ass shark ate the submarine, the Ocean Gate,
Oh, okay.
because she said it could be a giant shark, like you just said, the
Yeah,
megalodon.
it could be.
Maybe.
That's
I
another
don't I
theory.
don't rule it out.
No, because you've seen that they tagged a giant like 15-foot great white, and like they were tracking it. It was having its normal routine, then all of a sudden its temperature like rised big time, and it dropped like 1,000 feet out of nowhere. And they're like, "What happened to it?"
Right.
Yeah, they think something ate the tagged 15-foot great
Oh, so
white.
and they never found it again.
No.
Probably got dragged under.
Yeah,
Oh
he said
shit.
it. He said it. And the last theory I have about Antarctica, because there's still a lot more out there, but these are the ones that are like to me, I was like, what the heck? But Nazi UFOs.
The Nazis had UFOs.
Yeah.
9999.
So apparently Hitler sent an exploration for margarine fat.
You know, Hitler was some fucking crazy conspiracist too. You know that, right?
Yeah.
He was a big time. He was really into the occult, the conspiracies, and all this folklore. I mean, if he didn't do all those bad things he did, I would have loved him to have him on the show.
Except that no, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but that guy was a real nut job, and
Yeah.
he was on heroin too.
Oh my god, why is everybody on drugs? And they're
Drugs.
leaders.
Because drugs are cool, man. You need that. You need to impose that power, that madness, so people can fear and respect you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And the drugs heighten
yeah, but it's not working for me though.
it. So Germany is a large consumer of margarine, and which contains this one ingredient they need, whale oil. It's very popular, I guess, to them.
Eel oil.
Whale oil. They usually get their whale oil from like other countries. They import it because they can't source it themselves. Obviously, they're in the middle of a country.
Okay.
So, long story short, the whole theory is that they based in Antarctica just to source this whale oil. But since they were there, they believe that the Nazis hid bases and bunkers in Antarctica for UFOs.
That's a conspiracy I would love to believe.
Yeah.
Hitler, UFOs, Antarctica. That's a whole fucking movie right there. I'm gonna write this down.
Well, it wouldn't be crazy because, I mean, obviously the Nazis always wanted to reverse engineer anything that they want, like crazy plans and whatever they heard. They, like you said, they're fucking Hitler's crazy. He's a conspiracy theorist, and whatever can help him fucking win these wars, he's gonna do it.
He was gonna have UFOs. He was gonna have Bigfoot. He was gonna have Mothman. If this guy wasn't such a douchebag, guy would have been really cool. Would have. Would have.
Dang.
Don't look at me like that.
Hot take, hot take. But most people don't believe these claims due to the small crew that he had. Like, apparently, he only sent over one ship, and that one ship had like maybe a dozen people. So if you had all these bunkers and stuff being set up, like, why would one ship and 12 people be able to do all that?
There was special. That was a bachelor party cruise ship right there.
And another thing that'd be convincing is like they never even visit during World War II. So
There's no record of them going
no,
to.
not at all.
Okay, I like that conspiracy.
Oh, and also they signed the treaty, the Arctic Treaty.
Was this before? You know, it was before or after World War II.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it was during.
It was
during.
during World
Yeah.
War II. Okay. Damn, there's a lot that happened during that time.
Yeah, a lot of things that they don't want to get out, right?
They're hiding something, all right.
All right, so back to Ocean Gate. I
Right.
wanted to talk a little bit why it was weird because I barely found this out after I wrote all this stuff about Antarctica.
Right.
So because Ocean Gate's really like relevant right now, everybody's talking about it. It's pretty like if you haven't heard about it, it's a submarine that was lost in sea, and it was an exploration to visit the Titanic. They went underwater to go look for the Titanic. It was 5 individuals who got lost undersea without any large amount of oxygen. I think they only had like 96 hours.
It's like, yeah, a few days, 5 days max.
Tragically, the submarine imploded and collapsed into itself and killing them all instantly, which if you don't know what an implosion is, just take a piece of paper and crumple it up.
Or a soda can.
Yeah, or a soda can, and yeah, just gone immediately. They passed away. But the crazy part, and I'll get to it right now, but I want to explain a little bit of who these people are in the boat. The men on the board included Stockton Rush, a 61-year-old CEO of OceanGate, so the owner of the company,
Right.
the submarine. A British Pakistani businessman, Jashatz Dawood, 48, and his son Sulam at 19. And a British businessman, Hamish Harding, at 58. The fifth man on the board was Paul Henry, I'm going to butcher this name, Nargillet, was a 77-year-old French Navy diver, renowned explorer. So, I mean, they had a weird group of people, right?
I mean, yeah, but honestly, I'm getting tired of this Ocean Gate submarine. Because honestly, if it was just like regular people, regular scientists, no one will care. But these were millionaires, so everybody started paying attention.
Yeah, literally, because I think Stockton Rush was net worth was 25 million. Dawood's estimated to be worth 136 million, but Hamish Harding was worth over $1 billion.
$1 billion. And I heard it was a billionaire and his kid, right?
Yeah,
And I heard the kid didn't want to go, but he was forced to go, pretty much.
he was forced to go.
Yeah, he's like, you're going with me and you're gonna like it.
Oh wow, that's
And
fucked up.
I heard there's supposed to be another guy, but he bailed last second.
Oh my goodness, thank God he bailed.
And I guess like after this tragedy, they're not called billionaires anymore. They're just billion because there's no
Billion?
air.
Oh
Billion
my
air.
god. That's fucked up. It's about as fucked up as you heard about the freaking remote that they're using, the GameCube
Yeah,
controller.
they couldn't afford a real PlayStation remote, so they got a Logitech remote.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like 20
crazy.
bucks on Amazon.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So the crazy thing about this story to me is that Hardin also worked on a project to launch regular business jet services to Antarctica. So basically, he was trying to start another business to send people to Antarctica.
So he was like pretty much a high-end travel agency.
Yeah,
Take you to Antarctica, we could take you to the Titanic. Nah, that's cool.
yeah. So the company was going to be called White Desert.
I don't like the name, but okay.
But I mean, apparently it's still up. But like, I think they weren't going to start doing it yet. Like, and not until 2024, 2025. But it's just crazy that one of the people who was involved in the project now is deceased. Like, they don't want you to really fucking find a way to get there.
Right, they're like I said, there's a conspiracy. There's a conspiracy and a cover up, and I mean, it's like a joke. 5 billionaires go underwater, and
None of them survive.
none of them survive. Obviously, there's a lot of money around. You heard about one of the billionaire's kids. That this was happening. His stepdad was lost at sea, and the kid decided to go to a Blink 182 concert.
What?
Yeah, he said, "Oh, music helps me through tough times, and I know my stepdad would have wanted this."
Oh my god, so basically he was just sitting by while
Living
he...
his life, singing, "Where are you?"
Damn.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, what else could he have done?
I
Been on
mean,
a paddle bowl in the middle of the ocean?
I would have tried. I mean, I would have done it
Well, it
with
was his
like,
stepdad, so probably he didn't like his stepdad.
I guess, but he's still giving him the fucking money.
Stepdad, what are you doing?
Oh Lord.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So, just to touch up on the visiting Antarctica, apparently it would cost you $62,000 or $750,000 for 12 guests. Yeah, it's fucking expensive.
Fuck that, man. I
Yeah.
complain about gas prices now to a little trip down south.
And you know how like we all thought that you can't visit Antarctica. Apparently, you can visit Antarctica, and it's been more accessible to travelers nowadays. But you have to have the permission of Antarctica, which is the treaty, and you have
Right.
to have permits
It's a lot of shit to go through just to get there.
that required the treaty permit. And no other country owns Antarctica, so the country they would have to literally go through like that whole group of people just to get the permits. That's why it costs so much.
I mean, I understand, but I'd rather just go to Cancun, dude. To be honest.
Right? I mean, it seems a little bit excessive, but if you have a shitload of money like these guys did, like I'm pretty sure they've been to Cancun like 100 times.
Think so?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's different, but it's just ice, dude. Come on, how cool can that be?
Yeah, well, that's as far as I have for the theories, but as for that Ocean Gate thing, it's crazy, and I'm pretty sure more things are gonna come out later in life.
It's everywhere, and honestly, I'm tired of it. So just move on.
Right? I mean, and people who are making fun of it, like making fun of the people who died in it, like I get it. I get it. It's relevant. You want to make fun of it, but some of that shit's fucked up.
Yeah, but do you know how many immigrants get lost at sea trying to like go into another countries to like leave their country? Hundreds of them go missing. Did you know that?
No.
No, I see no one knows about it, but some rich white dude goes missing, and all of a sudden, this is like international news, and it's everywhere on social media. I don't care, dude.
Maybe they paid him off to get it on media, to get some fucking
Yeah, it's a cover up.
publicity.
It's a cover up, man. It was.
Yeah,
I feel like it was on purpose.
yeah, I believe it. And if the alien is the reason why they're covering up, slowly but surely, we're gonna start seeing more aliens eventually.
I hope so.
But as for the things that actually really can happen,
This is breaking news from CNN or Fox or whatever. Fuck you.
Moving on to our next story. That's all you got today. Now I'm going off to fetus smugglers.
whoa,
Yeah. So a British citizen by the name of Chow Hock Quinn Doesn't really sound British.
No, it sounds Chinese.
But okay, so Chow Hock Quinn was arrested in Bangkok after Thai police found 6 roasted human fetuses packed in his luggage.
What? Roasted?
Yeah, so he went through TSA and
Honey
they
roasted?
found.
It better be honey roasted.
Actually, it was honey glazed,
Okay.
but it was still roasted. 6 fetuses roasted in his luggage.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, so Chow Hong Quinn, who is 28 and a Taiwanese origin, was held by the police after the grisly discovery was made in Bangkok's Chinatown district on May 17th, 2023. So last month.
Oh, that was literally last month?
Yeah, just recently.
Oh, wow.
Reports say that 6 fetuses have been covered in gold leaf after being roasted as part of a black magic ritual.
So it wasn't for food.
No, it was for black magic.
Yeah, which is scary.
Yeah, like that. Black magic, baby. Got a black magic, baby. So it's not clear where the bodies came from, but Chow Hong Quinn is believed to have been attempting to smuggle them into Taiwan. The bodies were reportedly found in a different hotel from the one Chow Hong Quinn was staying at. Matter of fact, it was always in his luggage this whole time, so there were mixed stories about it. And police made the arrest after responding to an information that they received saying that the infant corpses were being offered to wealthy clients via a black magic service website.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy that it's like accessible.
Yeah, you think they used OfferUp or Facebook Marketplace to promote these
Craigslist.
Craigslist and Bangkok?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like, where do you like black magic, black market? So obviously, it's like the dark web, right?
You always hear about it, but you never actually know where to go. And if you know where to go, who the fuck are you?
You know where I'll go?
Hmm.
Etsy.
Etsy?
Yeah, because this is homemade stuff.
Right.
So Etsy,
They put under quotations,
Yeah.
not real, baby.
fake, winky face, dead baby. So the bodies of these children were between the ages of 2 and 7 months old. Some were found covered in gold leaf, adorned with religious beads, and some even had tattoos on them. This guy, Wiwat Kumachuman, a subdivisional chief of the police, says the children are like an ornament to worship, like a talisman,
Talisman.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
talisman.
yeah.
This is an ancient Buddhist practice called Kuman Thong. According to Thai black magic, they bring good fortune and protection from danger and are often kept in shrines by part of the Chinese community.
Wait.
Let me back that up. So apparently they use these as talismans for good luck, and they put them like on their shrines, and yeah,
So the babies were dead already. They didn't murder the babies. The fetuses were dead.
they don't know. They don't know.
They're just assuming that something happened to the fetuses.
Yeah, so let me go on with this. They're all male fetuses. They are removed from the womb, dried as black magic incantations, and then they're wrapped in golden leaves. So they don't know if the babies were abortions, if some crazy shit's going on in the black market, like kidnapping pregnant women and taking these babies out, or they know someone who works at a hospital and just takes the babies out. Like, you're gonna throw them away anyway, so let me just have them.
Right.
Let me just glaze them, roast them, wrap it up like a burrito.
I'm just hoping they're stillborns. Because if they're alive, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's really fucked up, man. Imagine like you're working at TSA and you open this bag and there's like they look like burritos. Like, oh, okay, this guy went to Chipotle or some shit.
Yeah, they're looking over here for guns, dildos,
Yeah.
extra bottles of water because apparently you can't take those into the airlines.
No water.
No water.
It could be vodka because I put vodka in my water bottle. You're never gonna know
Yeah.
until I'm fucking drunk as fuck in the fucking airplane. But imagine like you open this bag like, oh, it's a burrito. He has 6. Why does he want 6? Let me take one for me, right?
Right.
And he's at the break room, opens up this burrito, and it's a fucking dead baby.
That's horrible. That's
And-
traumatizing.
Yeah, and he licks it. Yeah, it's a dead baby, honey roasted.
And he roasted.
So, for being in possession of these fetuses, Cho Kong Quinn could now face a 2,000 baht fine and a year in prison. But it's crazy. You know how much 2,000 bats are? That's their currency. It's roughly $60.
So $60 fine
Yeah,
for having that.
for having 6 dead babies. You're paying $10 per baby.
What the fuck? That's
Yeah,
it?
and 1 year in jail.
1 year in jail. That's like a slap on the wrist, for real, for real.
Yeah, that's fucking nothing.
That's nothing.
Yeah, and Chow said that he bought the fetuses from a Taiwanese man a few days earlier for 200,000 bahts, which is like 6,000 bucks.
So it costs more to get them, less of a fine
Yeah, so he pretty much paid $1,000 for each baby. He got caught, and you pretty much got paid $10.
per baby.
Yeah,
But they confiscated him.
yeah. He's like,
So he screwed out of the 6,000
yeah,
anyways.
I'll pay you back for that. How much do you want? I'll double it, $20 per baby. Yeah, and so he intended to smuggle them into Taiwan, where he can be able to sell them for at least 6 times the amount that he invested into them. So 6 times 6, 36. He could have gone away with $36,000 in profit.
Damn.
Yeah, and he said he told the police that the black magic rituals with fetuses are believed to bring good luck and fortune for business people. So his target audience were businessmen.
Okay. That makes sense. Businessmen have the money too.
Yeah. And so, like I said, the police weren't sure where these fetuses came from, and Mr. Chow would not reveal the origins of the fetuses.
What? Bring money to Big Rock in Mojave Desert at dawn. What? Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey,
I mean, like we all know where these fetuses came from, right?
Well, I mean, they don't know exactly specifically, but yeah, you would get the gist
So
of
when
it.
a mommy and a daddy love each other really much, they do the boom boom pow, and the baby it's in the stomach, so it comes from the stomach. But where
The
does
womb.
yeah the womb? But they don't know where exactly he got these from. But yeah, if you think that's crazy, there's another like follow crazy story for this one too. You want to hear it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me know.
So, like I said, if you thought that was fucked up, there's another dead baby incident that's happening right now in South Korea, which is also really fucked up. So, earlier of May of this year, in the same month, thousands of smuggled capsules filled with powdered human flesh from dead babies were seized in South Korea.
Powdered
So,
dead babies.
pills containing the flesh of dead babies.
What the fuck?
Thousands were confiscated in South Korea.
Are these for like Sandra Bullock? You heard about that shit?
Nah, what?
Apparently, she likes to smear like baby fucking like I don't know if it's placenta or something, but it's a freaking masking cream that they put on their face to make them look younger.
Sarah Bullock?
Yeah.
The actress?
Yeah.
From Bird Box?
Yeah, she said that shit on like Ellen or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
So maybe those are the skin that they need.
Yeah, but
to pour it in.
she's gonna be popping baby pills.
Yeah, who fucking knows if fucking people are crazy?
Yeah, yeah. So apparently these capsules are in demand because many believe they are stamina boosters and they can cure any illness. But in reality, they contain lethal bacteria and can be very harmful for the health. I mean, it sounds like drugs, like salt, like
Bath salts?
bath salts and cocaine. And imagine like instead of snorting, yeah, here we snort cocaine. In South Korea, they're snorting dead babies.
Oh, I think they win.
You thought Florida was bad, those bath salts. Nah, go to South Korea.
Baby skin.
Yeah, and apparently officials say that these capsules were made in northeastern China from babies whose bodies were chopped into small pieces, dried, stoved, and just crushed into powder. And they refuse to say who's responsible for this, but it's still going on.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's recent. You said last month, right?
Yeah, and the smugglers say they don't know anything about the ingredients or where it comes from or who makes these pills. They just get the shipment and just do their
You
job.
said it's South Korea, right?
South Korea, yeah, but it's being brought from China.
From China.
China.
Well, you heard about how China likes to fucking harvest organs from North Korea.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, they like to harvest like runaways that they try to escape North Korea because obviously the dictatorship and they nobody wants to live there, so they try to make their way into China and escape the fucking communism.
Right.
So some of the Chinese people would fucking find those North Koreans, harvest their organs.
Mm,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So
damn, that's crazy. I didn't hear that one either. Sandra Bullock and these North Koreans being black marketed for their organs.
There's some sus shit.
Yes, but the Chinese officials have been trying to crack down on this illegal trade for over a year, but the South Korean customs have discovered 35 smuggling attempts since August, containing more than 17,000 capsules.
Damn, that's a lot.
So, like in less than a year, 35 smuggling attempts have been caught. Caught. How many have gotten away with it? No
Oh,
one
like
knows.
this is a cot.
Yeah,
Damn.
caught. And 17,000 pills have been seized.
Yeah, so it's a flowing.
It's a lot, dude. I mean, China's way overpopulated, so like, who knows what the real head count is out there?
Maybe it's the babies that they don't want. Remember how they're all limited had kids?
One baby, and if it's a girl, they'll kill them.
Yeah, it could be that.
You can make money out of anything nowadays, huh?
Yeah. You know what I recently heard too from my wife?
What?
But apparently that you can like when you have a baby here and you have placenta, right? You have your
I don't
placenta
have
from
placenta.
not you. When
Okay.
a woman has a baby, they have placenta, right?
Right.
So apparently that thing's worth a lot of money, but the doctors take it. You can ask for it, but it's illegal for you to sell. But it's not illegal for them to sell. They can sell it up for like 50 G's.
So a doctor who's making more than me, he can take away my baby mama's placenta
Uh-huh.
and sell it,
And sell.
but I can't sell it.
But you can't sell it.
I,
It's
I,
fucked up.
yeah, I know people eat it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's like nutrients and stuff. Obviously, the mother's supposed to eat it. That's what most animals do. They eat the placenta because it gives them nutrients back. So there's value in it, and we can't profit from it. Even though we get all these bills and shit for having this baby, and we can get a nice jump start on selling it.
But would you eat placenta?
I mean,
I heard it tastes like liver or something.
I wouldn't know. Maybe somebody's already fed it to me. I have no clue.
Uh, I'll eat it raw. Just like slurp it up.
Like fucking ramen, some noodles.
Yeah, I've eaten worse, so I can be definitely down for that. But that's all I got for this story, which I don't know I don't know if you want to hear more about it, but that's enough for you for today.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm good with that. That's some horrible fucking news.
Yeah, so this is just a few articles I've read, and I'll just talk about it really quick. Just my last story. It's ghost hunting dead bodies.
Okay.
This was a few years ago, back in 2015. So apparently, a team of ghost hunters discovered a body of a missing woman while examining a haunted hospital. So they went ghost hunting, and as soon as they got there at the entrance, there was a dead body.
Oh wow.
Like, whoa, I did not sign up for this, man.
Yeah, seriously.
What do we do? What do we do? It's not a ghost, so should we just ignore it, go around it? I don't know, man. So they called the police and everything, and investigators caught the guys who killed the woman. Apparently, some guy named Ralph McLeod and Sharon Williams. So they apparently killed the woman Saturday night and dumped the body in the asylum. And the ghost hunters apparently went the next day and they found the body nice and fresh.
What the heck?
Yeah, dude, that's like
It wasn't intentional. It's just
no, not just pure fucking coincidence.
wow.
That's some Scooby Doo type shit, huh?
Yeah, seriously.
Going up there, we got a mystery to solve. We got to find, who killed this chick. But fuck, that's I've been ghost hunting a few times, and it's fun. It's creepy, but I've never been expecting. I expect a crackhead, a hobo, or someone else like hunting too, but never like a dead body.
Yeah, it's pretty much not what you want to see.
Yeah, probably just like go around it. But this was in Pennsylvania or Mississippi. No, this was in Mississippi, and this place where they found the body is in Coon Memorial State Hospital. It served as a trauma center in the late 1800s, but has been closed for a couple hundred years, and it's been used as a horror movie location and ghost hunting enthusiast. So maybe there's a new ghost in town. Well, in the hospital at least.
Hmm.
So you'd be down.
Yeah, I'd be down.
I'll be down.
I'd be seriously down.
Try to find a dead body.
I don't know about the dead body, but if it's there, I mean, it's a new ghost.
Yeah, dude, I'd totally do that. But that's fucked up, man. Going ghost hunting.
Yeah.
Are you a ghost?
Yes.
Good, cause you're my boo.
Oh.
Well, that's all the time I have today. You want to add anything else on this?
No,
Quick,
I'm
quick,
good.
quick. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
quick.
okay,
Yeah, before I
cool.
forget,
Sheesh.
would you rather die in the submarine,
Okay.
like how they died? Like
Hmm.
you're gonna die. No one's gonna help you. It's certain death. Die in a submarine, die in a space capsule, or buried alive.
Oh my God, all three of them are horrible. All I can say for the dying in the ocean gate thing, the submarine, my biggest fear is the ocean. Like my biggest fear is in the ocean. I can't like no, no, no.
You afraid of water?
I'm afraid I'm afraid of everything that's under there. I'd rather be in space. And as for being buried alive, yeah, I'd rather be in space. It's a nice view up there. I'd rather die that way.
Yeah. I think you could die fast. Maybe. I mean, you're stuck in the capsule. You can't get out. So it's gonna be a long death
I'll
till you
take
run
the
out of.
long death.
And if you're in a coffin, you'll probably die in a few hours due to
That's
lack of oxygen.
true. You probably pass out before you even realize you died.
Yeah. So I think I'd go with the being take me under, drag me into the waters, into the depths.
Yeah, you're crazy.
Hey, maybe Aquaman can save me
No,
with those
Lord.
big muscles.
Yeah, no.
All right. That's all I got. You got anything else?
No, sirrito.
All right, so that's all the time we have today, Children of the Grave. Be sure to follow us on Spotify and on YouTube because there's more macabre where that came from, so stay tuned and remember, one by one, you'll be dragged under.
Bum, 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 bum.
See you later.